I'm going to give a brief demo here of how to use Google Forms in order to send a survey. So the first thing, you'll need to be logged into your Google account, and then choose under Google Apps, usually under More, and then your Forms. When that loads, you'll have a bunch of different options at the top here, whether you want to do a blank form, blank quiz, exit tickets, assessments, etc. They'll show you some recent ones that you had. I'm going to just say create a blank one. And then you get to the form itself. You can name your form up top here, so I'll call this Bates Poll. An example of creating a poll. And then you'll actually start to create your questions on your Google form. Maybe my first question is, what color is your hair? And then you have a couple options here. The typical choices, a multiple choice. Checkbox acts like multiple choice, except for you can check multiple options. Drop down is essentially like a multiple choice, except for you can't see all the options at once, so you gotta drop down to see your options. Short answer paragraph, if you're going for those types of responses as well. Or you can have some sort of multiple choice grid, checkbox grid, or a linear scale. Mine, I'm going to choose this as a multiple choice. Maybe they have red hair. We can add an option of blonde, add another option black, brown, and maybe we want to leave it up to the person. Maybe they have a different color hair, maybe they have pink hair, but we don't want to write all the colors. So I can say add other, and then this will be a spot where the person who takes the poll will be able to add in whatever color they want there. And then that question's all set. So then I want to add another question, so you go over to the right hand side here to add question, click that, and then it'll pop right up. So then how many siblings do you have is question number 2. Again, we want this to be multiple choice. I don't want them to choose multiple options here. So option 1, we'll say 0, and then we'll have the second option be 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 4 to... So we have the option 4 to 5, and then the last option here could be 5 plus. In this case, I don't want to have an add other because I already have the 5 plus, so that would be my options there. I could add another question here if I want, or if we want only 2 questions on the page and then for them to have to go to a second page to answer more questions, you can also add that right here on the bottom. Where'd that go? Right. Here we are, over on the right hand side, add section. So you can hit add section, and then this is section 2. So this is the second page of the quiz. So Bates Poll Part 2. Again, I can add a description here if I want, or I can add another question. Maybe my last question, what electronic devices do you own? In this case, I'd want checkbox. What it actually automatically chooses checkbox for me here, because it sees that there could be multiple answers here. Google is scary smart that way. So then maybe I have a phone, computer, laptop, and I'll throw another in there just in case they choose that. So that's making your basic questions. Other things you can do in Google Forms, you can customize your theme up top here. So if I click that, I can choose, maybe I want a header at the top. Again, they have their kind of default headers here. You can kind of look through, pick one that looks good. I don't know, maybe, oh, we're feeling like piano here today. So I can select that, and then I can add that. I could also add from my own, if I had my own photo I wanted to put up there, I could put that in there. So there's our theme. We can change the fonts if we want. We can make it more formal. We can change the background color or the theme color. We can do all that right up top there. Another thing we can do here is we can preview it. So if I click that, this is what the quiz will look like for the person taking it. You can see they can select answers here. If they try to select a different one, it changes it. Same thing here, they can go to the next page. In this case, you can see they can actually click multiple things. They can double click it to kind of deselect it, and then they'd be able to submit, at which point it'll tell them their response has been recorded. Another part, you can look here under the settings menu. If you want to click their email addresses, you can. If you want to restrict users to only people in certain domains, you can. You can limit them to 1 response per person. You can let them edit after they responded, or have summary charts and text response as well. You can change a little bit with the presentation. If they're doing multiple pages, you can have them show a progress bar. You can change the order questions, or you can make it a quiz where we're trying to create a poll. We wouldn't want that. You can click Save, and then under your responses, the person who creates the quiz can actually see the responses. They make these pie graphs, which not the best, but they still do give you that, and they'll show you the different breakdown for the number of people who took it. So if we had somebody else, if I go back into preview, I can retake the quiz. Next here, this person just has a phone, hit submit, and then those have been recorded. So now you can see I have 2 responses. We can see 50-50 here, 50-50 there. We had 2 there, 1 there. So the responses come out nice and clean, but we can also download those responses as a spreadsheet. By clicking this one, create a new spreadsheet, create it, it'll open right up in Google Forms or in Google Spreadsheet with the data we want. So that's one device you can use in order to create polls.